Filelab3D. This is a software designed around the fundamentals of saving and storing files for 3D printing. So I designed it around the workflow of having to design your file and then create an STL, a G code, and then sometimes have to convert G code to printer code. So to get started, you can register, sign up. The pricing is here. All packages right now have 7-day free trial. That's going to get updated within 24 hours probably, not too sure yet. Basic package here allows you to have 5 folders. Each folder can have 20 files. But one thing to keep in mind here is that every file can have one component table, and every component table can have 100 versions per portal. So that means there's 100 rows in every component table for this package, and each row has 4 files to store data in. So you have quite a bit of storage just in the basic package, and then the gold is adding more folders and files, and then you can add multiple component tables, and then allowing more versions per component table. So instead of being a limited 100, you actually have 200 per component table. So if you use 3 component tables, you'd actually have 600 different versions of different components. Assigning SD card, printer settings like G-code settings, parameters, infill, stuff like that. And then the platinum is all unlimited and allows for file sharing, so you can download a zip file of all your folders or files that you have. So all I'm going to do here is log in. As soon as I log in, you are presented with the folder dashboard, so you can add a new folder, and then each folder can have files. I have the platinum right now, so I can have an unlimited amount of folders here and an unlimited amount of files. So I jump into this file. Right away you can get the file name, you can add a photo of this part, and you can add notes, and then you can add a component table. So each component table, so you have one component table, you have another component table, and then I have a third component table here. The cool thing within each component table is that you can add multiple versions. So right now it's just saying I need to have some required fields filled out before I can create a new one. So I'm just going to type in some data here, and it will allow me to create a third row within that component table. So the cool thing is, with this package, I can have an unlimited amount of rows per component table. And then each component table, so the reason why I designed the component tables is that if you have a part that it's considered one part to you, but you need to 3D print it in multiple components, so you can't just 3D print all the parts at one go, or if each component is designed separately and could end up having changes to that one part. So that's why I designed the components, so each component can be separate from each other. And then you can upload the 3D file, create an STL file, G code, and then printer code. And you can download all of these once you need them. Then you can assign, like, okay, I know that this G code file is on this SD card, and the name of that file is, just put here, test. And then you know that this G code is 3 parameters. There's generated support material, it's 25% infill, and the infill type is honeycomb. So you have all these settings, and then you can even, like on my G code settings here, I said this file has both left and right side on the build plate. So I know this G code has 2 of these. This is one part, but the G code has 2 components on one build plate. Because then I could even create a new version to where I can create a G code file where I only have one of those. So let's say one of those breaks and I only need to print one of them. I don't need to print both of them. So I would use the G code where there's only one component on the build plate. So you can get really creative in storing this stuff, and then you can delete every component table separately. You can give each component table a separate name. But yeah, there's many different things. You can download all zip files. So right now it's downloading all 4 files into one folder for easy file sharing. And then you can go back to your folders. You keep going back and forth and creating new stuff. This is what the photo looks like when it's uploaded. And I could add a new version here. When you add a new version, the newest version is always above the last. So I would add version 3 here, and then so on and so forth, add all my details. I can add 3D file here. So let's just do, well, this is a 3D file. Let's click cancel. Let's do STL. And let's do the box XTL. And that will just upload there as soon as I put a version. Let's just say version 8, etc. I click save. It just saved that file. So now this is saved, so if I want to have this file, I can just click download and it's on my computer now. So this is Filelab3D. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave some feedback in the comments down below on ways we can make it better, any errors that you encounter. This is a new site and I'm launching it just now, so I hope you guys enjoyed.